Have you ever looked back and realized that the signs were there all along, but maybe you missed them? Maybe the phone calls got shorter, or your adult child started saying things like, let me live my own life, or stop trying to control everything. Family estrangement doesn't usually happen overnight. It's often a slow fade, and until one day you're no longer close. But today I want to help you recognize maybe some early signs. Maybe you saw them, maybe you didn't. But if you're in that process right now, I don't want you to wait until it's too late to respond. I have 4 points for you on this, so let's dive right in. Number 1 is communication. Communication can start to feel strained or one-sided. Maybe they stop calling back. Maybe their tone is changing. Maybe it feels colder or impatient. Maybe they're saying things like, I'm fine, or I've just been busy. But something still feels really off. And this is where many moms start walking on eggshells, unsure of what to say or do. Early estrangement often starts in the silence, not in the fights, for many families. The second tip would be maybe you're seeing them pull away emotionally and physically. You might still be seeing them at holidays or family events, but the closeness that you had before is gone. Maybe the conversations are really shallow. Maybe they avoid eye contact. Or maybe they're just making excuses not to connect at all. Many moms are hearing, I just need some space, or you're too involved. And that isn't always rebellion. It's a sign that obviously they feel misunderstood or overwhelmed. If that sounds familiar, then I would love to talk with you because I help moms walk through these exact moments before they become permanent breaks. We never lose hope on any of these breaks at all, but so many of them can be prevented. And so I do offer a discovery call. Spots are limited. So when you're ready to prioritize your own well-being and invest in your own healing as a mom, I invite you to book the call. The link is in the show notes below. Number 3 is unresolved issues. We all have those generational patterns, right? Maybe there were past hurts that were never talked about. Maybe that was your choice. Maybe that was theirs. Maybe it's a small resentment that built up over time. Sometimes your child is responding to your pain or patterns passed down through generations. Maybe they saw grandma do it, or grandfather, or even dad. It's not the blame. This is just an opportunity for awareness. And that's what I'm hoping for some of you to grasp today is if we don't heal from this, emotional wounds often do get inherited. I think that's every single one of our responsibilities is to heal any childhood wounds, whether they were truly traumatic or something that you are still just carrying. And it doesn't mean necessarily that it's anyone's fault in some of these cases, because estrangement is rarely about what happened last week or last month. It's often about what's been unspoken for years. And number 4 is clashes in values or lifestyles, that emotional whiplash that a lot of you are dealing with. You're going to have different views on faith, politics, parenting, other relationships. And while differences are normal, it used to be much more normal than it is now. But if either of you are feeling disrespected or unsafe, what happens? The walls go up, right? Sometimes what feels like loving guidance to a mom can feel like judgment to a kid. And for some families, they get explosive, the explosive outbursts or emotional volatility, or even past abuse can make connection feel unsafe. And justifiably so, right? If you're noticing any of these signs, open the lines of communication, open the lines of listening. It's never too late. And I would rather see you have these conversations. They might be difficult. Have these conversations with your kids now, where you can still be on somewhat of a level playing field, where there's still time to respond with love and intention, to where nobody has truly been harmed. Nobody's been hurt. Your feelings may be hurt, But we need to reflect on what's being communicated, or the silence or the distance. Remember, you are not alone, and this journey can feel so heavy. But the healing for you and the relationship is going to begin when we stop pretending everything's fine and start getting honest. Nobody wants to have those hard conversations. So somebody has to give in. And my vote is you, the parent. I say we go first. And so I encourage you to really pray about what is it that you're seeing first. What is it that you're seeing in them that you're questioning? And then try to have that conversation. But be a good listener. Oftentimes our kids are giving us tips. They're telling us these things little by little. And so I hope that helps you today. And I hope that if that is you and you're navigating this, I just pray that you can have a really solid conversation with them and continue on the right path. But silence or distance is not going to solve the problem. So I encourage you to just go have hard conversations. All right, I'll see you in the next episode. God bless.